ahead.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I have 5 minutes remaining. Madam Speaker, I've just highlighted some preliminary observations. I will now go to the specific issues. Now, this budget, Madam Speaker, speaks to how the economy should be unlocked. And I said in my earlier remarks that this is what should have happened earlier. We unlock and then we start achieving these other objectives. Madam Speaker, I'll go straight to mining, because mining is a very important aspect that obviously needs to be attended to. Madam Speaker, the minister responsible for mines held a press conference announcing that Vedanta had been allowed to come back into KCM. KCM has got 3 mine sites: Chingola, Chilawombwe, Nampundwe, and there's a smelter in Kitwe. Madam Speaker, the mine investor that was announced and the liabilities that they left in 2019, $1.1 billion in liabilities. Liabilities simply means money that they owe. Madam Speaker, if the same Vedanta is the same investor we are bringing back, Madam Speaker, I'm a worried person. I'm a worried person because the Minister of Finance set out a mining production target of 3 million tons of copper over a period of 10 years. Madam Speaker, if Vedanta is the investor that is supposed to help us achieve 3 million tons of copper, Madam Speaker, I am a worried person. I am a worried person because to achieve that target, it means that the Konkola Deep Mine in Chilawombwe should produce 300,000 tons of copper. Madam Speaker, Vedanta has no capacity to achieve 300,000 tons in Chilawombwe. And I'm saying, Madam Speaker, from the perspective of the liabilities that they left, there are people that have been saying, why can't you allow Vedanta to come back? Madam Speaker, we never chased Vedanta. Vedanta failed in its capacity to provide the resources that are supposed to be given into the mining sector. The point I'm making, Madam Speaker, and I want to be on record, if Vedanta has the capacity to inject the resources that we need into that mine, Madam Speaker, the first thing that Vedanta should provide is a financial statement that will show their income and their revenue, their liabilities and their assets. Currently, Madam Speaker, Vedanta has failed to publish to the people of Zambia that finally, as we come back, we now are ready to inject the money that we are pronouncing. Madam Speaker, in this budget, I expected the minister actually to announce that we find it strange that having given incentives to the mining sector has failed to respond. Are you aware, Madam Speaker, for the benefit of the public, that 2023, by the month of December, we are going to record the lowest copper production in 14 years? Everyone is projecting, Madam Speaker, that for this particular financial year, only 680,000 metric tons of copper will be produced. Despite, Madam Speaker, providing incentives to the mining sector. So the point I'm raising today, that this budget, Madam Speaker, as much as we want it to unlock the economy, unfortunately, Madam Speaker, it has not spoken to the realities on the ground. The realities on the ground that this year we will not even be able to reach 700,000 tons of copper. Do we need, Madam Speaker, do we need to go back to an investor that has no capacity to pay the liabilities that they have? Madam Speaker, the answer is no. So I stand here, Madam Speaker, owing to the limitation of time, to Zambia, that when we bring investors in Zambia, we must be serious. Madam Speaker, when we bring investors in Zambia, we must be serious. Let us not bring investors who have failed in the 17 years they were given to produce the same copper that they want to produce today. So I stand here, Madam Speaker, on behalf of the people of Kamfinsa, to indicate that posterity will judge us harshly. Bringing back an investor that has no financial capacity, Madam Speaker, it is a disservice to the people of Zambia. I thank you.